To start, we conducted initial testing which consisted of 20 shots from directly in front of the hoop. It was observed that the learner used a similar shooting technique which is commonly seen in netball. Based on the initial testing results, there are a number of areas identified where improvements could be made. After the testing, I showed the learner a video demonstration on how to successfully execute the jump shot so she could analyze and copy successful strategies. After the video demonstration and a brief 5-minute warm up, the instructor demonstrated each distinctive phase of the jump shot without the ball. Each phase of the jump shot was mirrored by the learner, with the instructor providing short and concise verbal instructions of the most critical elements of the motor skill. Knowledge of performance was provided to improve the movement characteristics that underlie successful jump shot technique. Approximately 10 minutes was spent practicing each phase of the jump shot, which preceded a short break. Upon return, the learner commenced whole practice of the motor skill with object manipulation in a fixed location directly in front of the hoop. Firstly, the instructor demonstrated the execution of the jump shot with the ball, along with short, specific verbal instructions on how to coordinate fine motor skills for backspin rotation of the ball. Following this, the learner was allowed to shoot for 5 minutes while the instructor provided verbal cues on key movement components of the skill. This was followed by another 5 minutes of the learner practicing shooting the ball, however, this time with minimal feedback. In practice session 2, the position in which the learner was shooting varied across different practice activities, with the purpose of introducing inter-trial variability. Activities such as around the world, shooting from closer to longer range shots from 3 fixed locations, scoring shots against the backboard, and introducing a defender during a shooting drill were used to maximize positive transfer of learning. Knowledge of performance was only provided when there was significant error outside an acceptable range. This strategy was used to encourage the performer to learn the motor skill through trial and error, achieve the goal based on their own degrees of freedom, and reduce the learner's dependency on feedback. This training session was repeated for the third and final practice session to analyze whether the learner improved their performance with variability and contextual interference. At the conclusion of the program, significant improvements were made through improved shooting conversion and technique relative to joint angles and vertical displacement.